Can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Let's see. Travis, he says, hey, yo, what up, Travis? Happy New Year, sir. How you doing? Yes, indeed. Let me get logged in so I can make sure that the stream is working appropriately. Papa Bear, what's up, Justin? How you doing, sir? About time. It's 9 o'clock, dog. What you talking about time? I am on time, brother. Talking about time. Been sitting here waiting. Well, I appreciate that, man. I know I told you that I would be down there for Christmas. We didn't actually end up coming down there for Christmas. So sorry I didn't get to see you. Let me. All right, perfect. Sound is working. I don't need to mute my screen there. All right. My wife turned down. So I'm in my dining room. My wife turned down the light in the dining room. Yeah, and it's cozy. It's cozy. All right, let's see. Travis is here. Justin from Papa Bear's Kitchen is here. Oh my gosh, Travis. Sorry to hear that. D-Dub says, hey, yo, Dash. Hello from D-Dub's Backyard Barbecue in Chula Vista, California. Hold up. Yes, yes, yes. You, sir, are someone who I wanted to thank. Thank you so very much, sir. I know you made mention or asked about this. Oh, my wife was walking past. I know you made mention and asked about this. Last Wednesday, when I went to the P.O. Box, I told you guys that I usually go to the P.O. Box on Wednesdays specifically to make sure that I find things prior to the live streams. There was nothing there. So I went on Thursday and there were a few things there. So thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much for sending some stickers. They will go outside on the tool cart. What up, Jimmy? How you doing this evening? No. You want to sit down and get comfortable?
No.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
All right. All right. I'm sorry, Travis says the sound is going out in and out a bit. All right. All right. Well, hopefully it's okay. It might have just been me because I was like talking to the missus there. She walked past. So how was that experience, Travis? Not that I'm really wanting to know, but I mean, goodness gracious. 4J, what up, John? How you doing, sir? How is the smoker coming along? John, I've been trying to see I haven't seen any progress. Yeah. Blind Man Cooking and Barbecue Fam. He says, how is everyone doing? Henry Davis says, did you guys get snow? Yes, we got about 6 or 7 inches of snow here in Baltimore, where I live in Baltimore. I went down to PG County. I actually had to drive down to PG County. I drove down to PG County on Monday. I had an appointment in Lanham. Sorry, I'm yawning. Sorry. I had an appointment in Lanham, and I had to drive down there. And it wasn't too bad. I drove down 95 and, got off the Beltway, did what I needed to do, and the office was closed. So I'm like, great. When I turned around, and this is a work thing, so I turned around and came home. My appointment was for 8:15. I'm like, well, I don't know where I could find out where to see if the office was closed or not, so I had to go in. On my ride home, I got an email that said, oh, your appointment was canceled. At 8:45, my 8:15 appointment was canceled. Oh, to joy. All right, Travis. Well, glad to hear that, it wasn't worse. Worser. Ace 23 says, what's going on, Dash? How you doing, man? You're new to the fold, so great. Thank you for hanging out. Grumpus, here we go. This Grumpus is somebody else who I have to thank. Take a moment and say thank you to. Grumpus, you missed it. I was talking earlier, you know how I talk. I was talking earlier and I was saying about how, so Grumpus hooked me up. I got some new koozies and cozy. I'm gonna use it tonight. We're gonna put that in there. So he also sent a new coaster, though I still have coasters that are within reach. Some more stickers. I don't know. I feel like I need to give away Grumpus a koozie, a sticker, and a coaster. I mean, somebody hit me up on Instagram and say send the coasters to me, or do something. Hit me on Instagram, and I guess the first person to do that, I'll send you a coaster and a sticker, and a koozie from Grumpus. I have some Grumpus swag already. Grumpus is good about it. Grumpus is almost as good as me. Grumpus sent me a Christmas card with a kickin' Texas eggnog recipe. So that's pretty dope. Thanks, Grumpus. So Mr. and Mrs. Grumpus. All right, appreciate you guys for sure for sending that out. I got this also last Thursday. So just after the live stream last week. And I left it here on the table because I'm like, I gotta make sure I thank these guys. All right. Henry says, Philly didn't get any. Yeah, I heard. I have a few friends that just moved from like the Baltimore area up to, just north of the Maryland, Pennsylvania line. And they were like so disappointed they got a dusting while everybody down here got like multiple, like 5 to 7 inches of snow. Sean, what up with you, man? How you doing? Getting another TDI. Oh, Travis, what? You're speaking my language there, buddy. Nice to hear. I guess it'll be a 15 probably. John says hopefully he can get it done before May. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. All right, so tonight we have something that's not tequila. I don't do tequila. So if you know anything about me, this is not tequila. Especially coconut tequila. Double. So, I'm pouring over the ice. And I drank one of these earlier tonight, but I'm going to hit it, follow it up. We're going half fire water, half energy drink. Oh yeah, buddy. We're gonna have a good conversation. Grumpus, all right, perfect. So like I said, hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram is Steel Drum Smokers. Hey, look, convenient. See it there? Steel Drum Smokers. Send me a DM, and I will send it forward and along. Nice. Ooh, yeah. John said, hopefully you can get a smoker done before May. Yes, indeed. FCB, what's going on? He's just evening dash in chat. All right. Who do we have here? Somebody likes to spam. Somebody is spamming the chat. So let's go ahead and put them on timeout. All right. Hey, Grumpus said coconut. Never seen that one. Me either, Grumpus. I mean, why would you want coconut tequila? Like, it just doesn't seem to go together. But then again, neither does tequila and anything for me. Like, goodness. Nope. You don't have to worry about me wanting tequila. Hey, listen, if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button for me while you're here, please go ahead and do that for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. So how's everybody doing? How was your New Year's Eve and New Year's Day? So happy New Year, everyone. Thumbs up. All right, number 10. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you. FCB, definitely. Oh, man. Travis, how's everything at the shop? Or have you, like, started to move out and do stuff like that? Sean said tequila sunrises are decent, but it's definitely an acquired taste. So, you know, it's funny. On the cruise, there was a guy I met. This dude, he's from Baltimore, and he was drinking tequila sunrises, and I mean, he was like over the moon about these tequila sunrises. That this particular bar was like a tequila bar on the ship. They made good tequila sunrise, or I guess they had some of the best tequila on the ship because they were a tequila bar. Anyway, he kept going back, going back. So every time I saw him at that bar, he was like sipping on the tequila sunrise, and he was enjoying it. I mean, like you had me at tequila. Like, no, don't worry about me ordering that for sure. All right, FCB says holidays and New Year's Eve were good. Nice. We had 3 separate Christmases. Hosted all of them. It was a thing. Hosted 3 separate Christmases. Wow. Oh, Travis, I was asking you what was going on with the shop. Johnson, no more tequila. Man, look, I'll drink to that. D-Dub says New Year's was a rib fest. He did 7 slabs and a brisket. That's what's up. You know what I cooked for? I guess I did cook it for New Year's. That was New Year's Day I cooked that. I cooked a 3-bone rib roast. Man, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I might actually post some pictures of it on my Instagram. I just haven't posted pictures of it. But just 3-bone rib roast, I mean, it was like 5, almost 6 pounds. And yo, it was so good. It was so good. Smoked it, put it out on the smoker, let it smoke, you know, it took like 4 hours. This is the longest, biggest rib roast I had ever done. I made some sweet potatoes, and I made, what else did I make? Oh, I also made this broccoli thing, this cheesy broccoli thing. It didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, like it has in years past. Uh, stock. Now, oh, why'd you have to put the Audi back to stock, man? Are you selling it, or you had to give it back? Mm. All right. FCB said we did a total of 15 bone. 1, 2 bone. Sean said he made ribs for the first time in like a year for Christmas. For some reason, just haven't been in the mood to barbecue. I know exactly how you feel. I hear you, Travis. Why not keep it tuned so that you could get more value out of it? I guess you weren't getting the money out of it with all the extra benefits on it. Captain Newbie, what's up, Russ? How you doing? Oh, okay. So FCB, I figured out. He did 1 5-bone rib roast, 1 2-bone rib roast, 1 ham, 1 turkey, and 20 pounds of mashed potatoes. Usually, whenever you give a list like that, it's always followed up with "and a partridge in a pear tree." uh, yeah, Russ. Anyone ever had banchan chicken? We love it. We love it. I like the hot and spicy. I seem to be the only one that likes the hot. Everyone else here in the house likes that teriyaki or the soy or whatever it is. But taste tester number 1 wanted banchan for his birthday, so I actually took them. So I took all 3 taste testers to the shooting range, and then after we left the range, we went and got banchan like by the skin of my teeth. The store was closing, and they it was crazy. because they ran out of chicken pretty much. All right, Travis. Dealerships want to stock. I hear you. Yeah, Russ. I like the hot too. Grumper said he cooked two Cornish game hens New Year's Day. Nice. Like I said, man, I hadn't. People, somebody asked me what I was cooking for Christmas, and I'm like, I ain't cooking a daggone thing. I'm going to be on the cruise. So I actually cooked our Christmas dinner on New Year's Day. I believe it was New Year's Day. Was it New Year's Day or was it New Year's Eve? Whatever the Saturday was, I can't remember. Now I need to look at the calendar. Saturday. Oh, it was New Year's Day. All right. So yeah, cooked on New Year's Day. Like I said, I had a 3-bone rib roast. It was phenomenal. It was simply marvelous. It was so good. Taste tester number 2 he ate 2 of the 3 bones. I was like mad at him for that. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's talk doing different things in 2022. What's some things you want to do differently in 2022? Like, you want to venture out and cook new things? Do you want to try new cooking methodologies? Do you want to cook in new places, cook on new cookers? What is it that you want to do new in 2022? Yeah, Grandpa said bones are the best part. Dog, who are you telling? And then when I told him not to eat both of them, he proceeded to eat and warm up and eat both of them. I'm like, dog, one of those was for me. And he's like, nope, he just ate them. Russ said, I want to replicate the bonchon chicken. So, Russ, I saw something on YouTube talking about how to replicate bonchon chicken, like get that extra crispy, and I don't know what it is, but like bonchon chicken is so super crispy, even though it's sauced. It's great. It's so good. So there's Russ's new thing. He wants to try to make bonchon chicken. If you do not know what bonchon chicken is, you definitely need to look it up and seek it out. If you have a bonchon anywhere near you, I highly recommend it. I'm a fan of the hot, but I like hot foods, so it's hot. It's hot. Let's see. Zardrell, how you doing, sir? Yep. Russ said cornstarch. Yep. Like they let the wings sit in cornstarch, or they're like battered in cornstarch or dusted in something. But I know there's like cornstarch in it or on it, and that's what helps dry them out. And then they get battered, and it's real. It is definitely real. I want to be more regular with video schedule. I just wasn't feeling it. 2021. Completely understand, Grumpus. There will be no video from me tomorrow. Man, I had some things going on. Personal life, health-wise, other people health-wise in the house. I mean, it's just, I was like, I could force something or I could do something. And like, I thought about trying to film the rib roast that I made. I fried some chicken earlier today, and I was like, could I pull out the camera for this? I was like, nope. I know Victor has been asking me for a update on the cart, that barbecue cart that I put together and I use on the side of the house. He's been asking me for an update on how I use it and what I use it for. And I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and I'll film that, because that'll be a quick and easy, under 10-minute video for me talking about what's on it. And I was just like, I don't feel like it. So Grumpus, I completely understand. Oh man, Zardrell said it's negative there in Iowa. It's windy. What up, Bumpy? He said, what up, Dash? Happy New Year to you and all in here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you getting out soon?
Jimmy said he got another camera for Christmas and tried 2-shot video. He said, OMG, I'm not sure I will ever have enough time to do the work it takes. Yeah, Jimmy. Filming with 2 cameras or multiple cameras, more than 1 camera, because I'm just going to say multiple cameras, because filming with more than 1 camera is not easy. It is also not for the faint of heart. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Thinking about drinking and filming with two cameras. I did it for a while, and my whole thing was, so when I like if I film a video and I am filming with one camera and B-roll, I know how to I film to edit, or I film to how I edit. So I'm not just blankly having cameras rolling, right? When you have cameras just straight rolling, you have to pay more attention on what you're editing and how everything is edited. So when you have two cameras, you have to really like watch that footage and pick which camera you're pointing to or looking at, focused on, and then you have to go back and cut out any mistakes. So when I say it tripled my workflow, it more than tripled my workflow. So for a 10-minute video or a 15-minute video, it could take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to edit that video. And it's just, oh man, like I said, it tripled my workflow. D-Dub said, I want to acquire and cook on a new bigger smoker. My dream is to get the biggest vertical Lone Star they offer, as well as the biggest offset. Nice. The biggest vertical they offer, is the biggest vertical they offer going to be like the cabinet, or is it going to be just the straight, like the single, I'm not say single, the single door vertical smoker? John says, going to a new adventure, looking for my first semi. Nice. That's what's up, man. Dude, I think it's one of those things, man, where I tell you, if I ever have to change careers, like seriously change careers, I would probably do something in the trucking industry. I love driving. Like, I do not have a problem driving. Like, and I mean, those of you guys, some of you guys who follow me on Instagram, when I took that like whirlwind tour, I went to Philly. It was Tuesday. I went to Philly and back. Then on Friday, I went to Philly and back to Baltimore. And then Saturday morning, I left Baltimore and drove down to Central Florida. Left from Central Florida and drove to Atlanta. Went from Atlanta to Charlotte, North Carolina. From Charlotte, North Carolina to back to Baltimore in basically 24 hours. Well, 48 hours between Saturday morning and Sunday. Well, technically it was Monday morning by the time I got home. But dog, I mean, I put 2,200 miles on Vanna in that week. And that week, I mean, it wasn't even a week. It was from that Tuesday through that Sunday or Monday morning. Let's see. So congratulations and good luck out there, John. You know, keep an eye out for me. Russ said, I just want to know the heat source of those thighs. Oh, and he got COVID. Oh, man. Dave Fogg. Dude, Russ, I'm sorry to hear that. Bernie's Blue Line Barbecue. All right. Long time YouTuber, video watcher, first time catching it live. Well, Bernie, thank you, man. I feel like I need to do the Bernie. What? His name is Bernie. Thanks, David, for checking in. Bernie, thank you, sir. D-Dub, they make a combo unit. Check out mine. It's similar. Nice. Mr. Richard, Happy New Year, sir. Checking in from crosstown. D-Dub says, will do. Thank you, Grumpus. Yes, I bought me 2020 Cascadia today. What color is it? I bet it's white. I feel like all Cascadias are white. He's Zardrell. So Z McKnight is Zardrell. Zardrell has been around on the channel for such a long time. Like, yeah. He says he's a trucker. Captain Newbie says, just passed my inspections for my solars, so like in a week or so, I'll be selling the PSEG. He said, woo woo. Nice. Bumpy says, my goal this year is to do more pop-ups and actually move from hustling food to official business. Yeah, man. Well, you know, you got the math, man. Hit me up, man. I definitely come through and help you out. Plus, as long as I've been saying it, I don't know how I haven't bumped into you in the years you've been watching my channel. John says, Dash, you a truck driver now. No, man. I just, sometimes you have to. One of the things with traveling with my family, we are a family of five, and it's far easier for me to put them all in the vehicle and gas up and go than it is to try to get on a plane or a train or anything else. So, yeah, I'm with it, and I will. I mean, the longest I've driven in a single stint has been 18 hours. Yeah.
Where was that?
When I left from your mom's house and came up here, came back here. I left there at 6 a.m. and I got here. It was like 2:30 in the morning. Yeah. So, um,
No. I don't wake up that
Russ said best text ever was today telling me I was currently off grid and to mind my power consumption. Zargel said it's a white Cascadia. Has been on the channel since I've been on the channel since I was 14, and now I'm about to be 25. Holy cow, man! So I guess you've been here for like the beard stuff. FCB is selling electricity back to utility. Utility feels great. Yep. Joey, what's going on, man? These records indicate that 767,026 boys in the sites. wait. That's hilarious. So Joey says records indicate that 767,026 boys in the United States have been named Scott since 1880. How many have been named Scott since 1980? Because that'll be a more accurate representation. Because why that random ass fact, Joey? I don't know, but I'll take it. Quincy says, how do you come up with the name of your company, and did you have to copyright it? So Quincy, I started my channel, excuse me, not my channel, my company using steel drums. So it felt only right to, I guess, pay homage to how I got my start in steel drums by calling my company Steel Drum Smokers Barbecue, because that's how I got my start. And I have not copyrighted it or copywritten it.
Was there any other names, like, for the company? Or is that just...
So Taste Tester number 2 is asking me, were there any other names? There really wasn't. I mean, when I thought about it, I was just like, I started cooking in steel drums. I'm going to... Or are you giggling over there?
I'm laughing because that's the way all the kids were named too. We didn't have any other options.
No, it was like boom.
That's the name.
Yep, that was it. It's like, yo, this is, I mean, so the whole thing is, I put thought into it before. I'm like, this is what it's going to be. So, like, I put a lot of thought into it so that I didn't have to have, like, buyer's remorse or regret and say, I don't want to change it, or I want this to be that, or, yeah. So, thank you for
and
that.
We're not remorseful about any of your names either.
I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean,
His name is perfect. I love your name.
yeah. Anyway. All right.
His name is Spike, he just said.
I did not say that.
SCB said that's an oddly specific number. Yeah, man. Uncle Bro Yoda. Hello. He says hello, everyone. He said Houston, Texas in the house. Bernie says goals equals work harder every day. Longtime caterer, moved into a kitchen restaurant space in March. Finally passed health inspection in December. Upstate New York. Now it's time to grind. Where in upstate are you, Bernie? Zardrell said I saw the beard stuff and when you first got the smoker when Kirk had his channel. I guess that has been 9 years. Well, you said since you were 14, you're 25 now, so that's 9 years, 2021. So yeah, that man, you have been here a while. Never broke again. What's going on, man? Darnell, what's going on? Happy New Year, fellas. Russ said, hey.
25. 14 to 25. We're trying to do your
14
math
to
because he was saying
25
it was
is
11.
years.
But I didn't know what numbers you were using. He was saying the number should have been 11 years and not 9.
If you said 14 to 25 years.
Good job. Very good. This is why he's the mathematician. So Russ said, "Hey, Mrs. Dash, they wouldn't let me name my daughter Rustina."
Rustina.
Yeah, his name is Russ. Oh gosh, a little warm here. I was cold. It was chilly earlier, so I had my hoodie on. Now I'm, drinking the. Mm, it's amazing how much brighter the screen is now that I have my the white T-shirt on. Dash, you able to hook up with Uber Eats, etc., and sell food from your house legally in your area? No, Mark, I am not, because of the fact that I still don't have a Maryland catering license. In order to have a catering license in the state of Maryland, I have to have a commercial kitchen. So one of those things where that's why I cook and cater to or for private events. What up, Kent? How you doing, sir? I feel like there was something. Oh, happy belated birthday, Kent! Right? Wasn't your birthday recently? Was it your birthday? Yeah, Kent's birthday was like New Year's Day, right? Mm. How's it going? Happy New Year to you too. Never broke again. Yes, just southeast Albany in northern Columbia County, town called Kinderhook. All right. So I have a cousin who is the uh president of. Why am I drawing a blank on the name of this college? I think it's in Schenectady. Why am I drawing a blank on the college? Baby,
Yep.
do you remember the name of the college David, my cousin David, works at, or is the president of?
Something in New York.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
Um.
I know, right? It's like one of those things you don't talk about it every day. It's a liberal arts college in upstate New York, and I can't think of the name of it. It'll
Did you say Harry Potter State?
it'll
No,
pop
he
up.
said
It'll come up to me.
Empire.
Yeah, are you looking for? Yeah, yep. We took them all off the refrigerator.
Yeah,
There's
because-
one in the drawer. Uh, Stingley, Jeff Stingley says, "Hey Dash, Happy New Year. Have you ever tried pork brisket?" No, I have not. I saw Jeff Ricer cook one. Ricer cooked one. I didn't actually get to watch the video. It popped up when I was doing something else. Yeah. Uh, Jimmy said I started to name my kids so we could all share monogram towels. Our children, my wife and myself, all have the same initials. So, life goal or achievement unlocked, Jimmy. You know, future webcam billionaire. Happy New Year to you too, sir. Darnell says if I pay $4 for a pork shoulder, would I be wrong for doing like a 5x food cost? Not really. I mean, I mean, why would you be paying $4 for a freaking pork shoulder? D1 Gaming says Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, Kent says thank you, Dash was December 30th. I'm like, wait a minute, I knew it was some reason I wanted to say happy birthday to or say something to you, and it was happy birthday. So yes, indeed, happy birthday, sir. What do you think about the Weber Ranch kettle? Dude, that is a big old grill. If you can, I won't say afford to, well, one, if you can afford to buy one, if you can find one, and if you have the ability to fill it up, more power to you. If you have not seen the funniest video I've ever seen with the Weber Kettle Ranch was from Justin, from the Baby Back Maniac. He cooked like a single hot dog on his Weber Kettle Ranch, and it was hilarious. Hilarious. Darnell says you can get your serve safe without a commercial kitchen. Yes, but the serve safe has nothing to do with vending and selling to the public. You ever thought about working with a local bar or restaurant, cook at home, and use the kitchen, sell delivery as a ghost kitchen? Yes, I have, but the bars around here don't really have kitchens. They're not all of them. My wife is over there making noises and smirking.
Because
My wife wants so much more from me, and I have been like pushing things off, putting things on the back burner, but like
I think you are amazing at what you do, and I think that you will succeed when you took that leap of faith.
yes,
And I think you have a solid support system here
Mm-hmm.
that would allow you to do that.
Yes. I am not putting it like I'm not saying no. That's we're talking about doing things differently in 2022, and my thing I could be doing differently is getting more legit.
Your children are all staring at you too, like, daddy,
Look. Bumpy says I hate Maryland. It's stupid, but you can do baked goods out of your home kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, but not barbecue, dog. So I completely understand, and this is part of the problem. Bumpy understands my predicament. Maryland is not non-bakery or non-baked good home baking or home cooking business friendly. I don't know how else to say that. If you have a home business that is food related and is not baked goods, Maryland is not the place to be. Like, point blank. Well, now says, "What's up, good people? Happy New Year." Just don't apologize for being late, man. You here? You better late than never. No, not Eugene Lane College. It is. Ooh. All right. No, gosh, I gotta think about it now. Right now it says it costs $4 for pork shoulder. Good night. Oh, Barrio, what up? How you doing, man? Never broke again. Said, did I ever visit Franklin Barbecue in Austin? No, I did not. No. So Darnell, no, you didn't. I don't think you misheard the question about selling. But I mean, if you're buying pork shoulder for $4 a pound, I mean, more power to you if you can charge and get 5 times the cost. I mean, I can do that math. That's $20 a pound for pork shoulder. If you can get $20 a pound for pork shoulder, good night. Russ, good thing it was in a blanket. Hey, yo, what's going on, Kirk? How you doing? Russ said Mrs. Dash for president. What's the definition of baked? Nah, Bumpy says facts, yeah. And Kirk also understands. Kirk is in Maryland. He's on the other side of the, he's sitting on the other side of the bay. If you have a business, a home-based business in Maryland, a home-based food business in Maryland, and it's not baked goods, you're barking up the wrong tree. What about a smoker baked brisket? No, Grumpus, that does. Now I get what you're saying. Sean, okay, Sean says, what is the definition of baked? No, like baked goods, like cakes and cookies, pastries, breads. Those are the only things that you can do from a home. Bernie said could be Siena College. No, I know about Schenectady as a community college, about 40. Maybe it's not as Schenectady. Sean, look up cottage food law. Yeah, man. Hey, yo, Lou Calamatis is in the building. How you doing, sir? Happy New Year to you, too. Mark says, Ghost Kitchen here. You cook the food and bring it to a licensed kitchen, ready for sale. They finish the product, heat sauce it, and give it to Uber, etc. Yes. So, this is one of those things where in my area, the bars don't have kitchens. They're not. What bar / restaurant in this area, like around here, has a kitchen?
So, circling back, the dude that I tried to introduce you to.
Oh, up the street.
Up the street, who has the bar across the street and the diner directly across the street. Was looking to do something, or there was a conversation that could have been had.
There was a conversation. All right, so a few years ago, and this was when I was just starting out. Like, I was a year or two into this. My wife went and sat down and had breakfast at a little diner up the street, and my wife said something about. So how did the conversation come up?
We were sitting there. The owner was talking to me. Actually, the owner was the one who cooked my food, and I was saying, what kind of specials do you do and things. We were just having a general conversation. And I said, oh, well, my husband does brisket, barbecue stuff. He's like, oh, that'd be really interesting. Because he was saying that he owned the bar across the street. And I said, well, does the bar serve food? And he said, well, they do out of this diner here. Just tell her you love her. And he said, we do serve food at the bar, but they get it from over here across the street. So they just order, somebody runs across the street and gets the food and then brings it back.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. He was saying how he had pool nights and all these other stuff going on. And I was like, oh, well, my husband does barbecue. He's like, oh, I would love to do something like brisket or something at my restaurant. I said, okay.
And I dropped the ball because I never contacted him because at the time I was afraid. I'm like, yo, I don't want somebody else's, like, I don't know.
It would have been your name on it.
It could have been. It could have been my name on it.
It was a conversation.
Yeah, and I just was like, I wasn't ready for that. So I again.
Or the place we like to have breakfast.
Chicky, I know. Same thing. Like though I trust her way more than I would somebody random because I've seen her work. It's just one of those things where I have an issue, like a trust issue. Like, I do. I know I have a trust issue. So, Lube says, what's going on tonight, Dash? How's life in the fam? Life has been life. Life has been lifing. Like, lifing the hell out of life right now. Right? Like I said, life has been lifing. Like, you know how Loiter's going to Lloyd? Well, life has been lifing, okay? Because, man, it has been I won't say a rough 2 weeks, but, you know, it's been a 2 weeks. Like, one of those entries into these are one of those things they don't tell you about into that parent book. One of those couple weeks. That's all that is. I'm going to leave it at that. Grandpa's brisket has to be refrigerated. Boy. Lusa, what's up, everyone? What's happening, Captain? You got to say it right. Oh, he did. What's happening, Captain? It's going to bother we. All we got the Rona, so we're stuck in the house. We're officially out of the coffee and soda. Oh, goodness. Oh, Kirk says it's going. We all got the Rona. Jesus Christ, dude. So we stuck in the house and we're officially out of coffee and soda. Man, you about to call Amazon. No, you don't. Never broke. Says he needs to visit Maryland. Nope. Grandpa said brisket Wellington.
That sounds like effort.
Yeah. Beef Wellington is definitely effort. Lonell says you may have already answered this, but what about a food truck? So one of the things that's unique to Maryland, Maryland does not want you to cook on an open fire source in the state of Maryland on a food truck. So no charcoal, no wood on a truck. So that kind of hinders what I am or would like to do. What that means basically is I have to use an electric smoker, a propane smoker, a pellet smoker, or possibly be able to get away with having a separate cooker detached from the trailer or truck. I would go in the trailer direction as opposed to a truck. But it's just one of those things where I haven't put all those ducks in a row to get that taken care of. Blind Man Cooking says, do you have cottage food laws in Maryland? Yes. The cottage food laws pertain to baked goods only. Jerry says, let's have a shot for the new year. Oh, look. Oh, really? Really? All right, this is not tequila, and this is definitely not coconut, but, you know, since you asked so nicely. Ooh, buddy. It's hot. Yeah, those are the qualifications. Kitchen. Yo, go to bed. Go to bed.
He is.
Go to bed. Go to bed. Good night. Let's see. Have you ever looked into what qualifies as a kitchen? There's always wiggle room. Nope. The kitchen has to be a commercial kitchen. Like, seriously, commercial kitchen. The only way to get around that is if I were to build out a commercial kitchen in my garage. I cannot have a kitchen in my residence, I believe. I think it has to be a separate kitchen.
I just keep my mouth shut.
My wife is over there because she's like, I mentioned that to you. I told you we should do this and we can do that.
I don't do that. I told you. I'm just saying.
She doesn't have to say I told you so.
I don't.
Her facial expressions and her over here is just. I feel like she sits in on the live streams every now and again just to like poke and prod and to mimic and meme. I told you so. Oh, this is
support.
This is support.
See,
this is support.
Yeah, this is definitely support.
Mm-hmm.
Your team is like, hey, Dash, do this, and what about these things? And I'm just like, but isn't your wife a genius? Like, that's how I feel about the whole thing.
Isn't my wife a genius? Yeah. Sure is. Yeah. All right, yo, go to bed.
I'm taking a bath.
All right, guys, come on.
I'm sorry. We're sorry.
Bones of Barbecue dropping in. What's up, Mike? How you doing? Travanti Lipson says greetings. Kirk says that's how I've got my food into bars. They can serve, so we work together for happy hours. All right. But see, the difference, Kurt, is up. I will say up. Out there are more bars with kitchens than there are here in my immediate vicinity. So, not that I can't try to find one. There are just not as many bars that double as eateries, if that makes sense. Like, the bars around here are strictly bars. So, and then, like, I'm thinking of other bars, like, as I drive out of the street that I live on. The other bars, like, will have a bar kind of attached to a restaurant. But I don't know.
I'm thinking about the liquor store up the street where he catched the bus. They used to have a little pit area back there. Behind that liquor store, they had a little barbecue pit right back there, and they were serving food right there.
What liquor store up the street?
Right where his bus stop is, across the street.
Where you can get like natty bows from there all the time, I think. On the way to the shoppers.
Oh, Ridgeway.
No. Ridgeway is all
not Ridgeway.
Right from his bus
Imperial.
I don't know the names of
yes.
the liquor stores.
No, Imperial. Oh, yeah, okay.
But that liquor store.
Okay.
And they served barbecue right out the back. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if it was legit. But
all right.
They did. They made their mark.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, here we go. Darnell says Maryland doesn't issue licenses for home cook unless it's baked goods. You must use commercial kitchen as an address. As an address for the license to be or be a nonprofit. I sure as hell ain't being a nonprofit.
No, and I also told you to check with the church.
Yes.
About cooking out of the church.
So and I have. Thought about that. They don't have kitchen because Maryland puts you through the ringer to be a licensed commercial kitchen. Yep. Bumpy, preaching to the choir. So Bumpy, Darnell, and Kirk all live in the state of Maryland, and they are commiserating. Russ said, yeah, it's the ultimate. But the ultimate is how do you do it all? Keep it working for the benefits. I don't know. Bumpy says, also, they want you to charge you an arm and a leg to get to use the kitchen. Not only that, Bumpy, to use the kitchen, in order to have a catering license in the state of Maryland that covers the entire state. Last time I looked into it, it was $2,500. So there's that. Bernie says, go legit. Best thing I ever did. You have to get the edge and jump. Get to the edge and jump. I understand your pain. New York is very anti-small business. Took me 8 months to get a septic system approved by the state of New York. Jesus. Why can't I think of the name of that college? Now it's going to trip me out. Work out a deal with a school or a church and use the kitchen. Yeah, I thought about that, Darnell, and it's one of those things where the church, there is a church not directly across the street, but it's across the street from my house. They have a kitchen there, but there's always something going on in that kitchen. I've talked to and thought about trying to get in touch with. There's a Methodist church not too far away from here, as well as a Catholic church that our kids used to go to the school. I don't know. I haven't got my ducks in a row to get that resolved. again, you know, different things, doing different things in 2022. I think I'm gonna have to get more legit. D-Dubs to Sam's Club didn't have briskets. My local grocery store had a 9-pound choice. Not enough. They also had a 10-pound. I was going to buy both until the butcher said $10.99 a pound. I ended up with a select from Walmart. Dude, so D-Dub, I tell you, man, brisket prices have gotten ridiculous. I went into Sam's, or my wife and I were in Sam's, was it yesterday or the day before? And I looked at brisket. They had choice briskets at Sam's. They were $5.48 a pound. Choice briskets were $4.98 a pound. The prime briskets were $5.48 a pound. And I was just like, my goodness, this is ridiculous. Jerry says, let's have a shot for Dash for the New Year. Dash, my bro. Jerry, didn't I already take a shot with you for you, man? Y'all trying to get me torn up. Like, no, man, I got to get up in the morning. Kirk said, be careful with getting into restaurants. It can be real demanding. Yep. Holy cow. Bumby said, Charm City Kitchen wants you to pay $800 a month for the membership. $800 a month. Mike says it's been a long minute for me since I joined the chat. Yeah, man. Well, you're always welcome. You have been a rollie from a long time. So yeah. Russ said, Bernie, I was just gonna say that's a hell of a leap. Yeah. Be in and out same day. Darnell says commercial kitchen rental. You have to be in and out same day. D1 Gaming says, Dash, smoked one of the shoulder clouds for New Year's. Man, it was banging. Still have 2 more in the freezer. Well, if you're not sharing, you're bragging, dog. Like, really. Never broke again, so we need snow in Houston. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't know what to do with snow. Did you not see what happened early last year when Texas got snow? The whole daggone state lost power darn near. DJ, what's up? He says, blessings, family. Oh, man. Travanti said, bad news. His smoker was stolen on New Year's Eve. Daggone. Man, let's, pour out we don't pour out no liquor, but I'm pouring out a little liquor for you, man. That's, jeez. That is horrible. Mark said, I'm looking to sell in through a ghost kitchen. Just the cost of meat is so expensive, I can't crush the numbers right now. Just simple chili and pulled pork. Yep. Never broke again. So what's wrong with Maryland? Dog, I've been trying to figure out the answer to that question as well. There are so many things in Maryland that are right, and there's so many things in Maryland that are wrong. Like, it just, like, every now and again, I'm like, what? Like, why? And then be like, because Maryland. Lou says, I am right with you, buddy. Life sure is lifing. I have a 4-year-old and a toddler, both with double ear infections, and one with a sinus infection on top of it. Jesus, Lou. Jeez, man. Well, I'm glad to say that, I don't have it that bad, but, goodness, man. Goodness. DJ said, Baltimore, I got family out there. Well, sorry to hear that, or okay, cool. Which one is it? Sometimes you don't know which direction to go with when you say, oh, I have family, or I know someone. It's like, is that a good thing? Blind Man Cooking says, Dash, could you contact that bar owner still? Maybe you could work out a potential partnership. Yes, I could. But only means undoing the hitch. Yeah. How far? Oh my gosh, I'm 10 minutes behind on the comments. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So Kirk is so funny. Oh man. Kirk lives in what county is it? And I know. So Ocean City there's a specific county, and it's Dorchester County or some crazy county, but Ocean City, Maryland, you cannot have a grill and cook on a grill within 20 feet of a structure. Yeah, 20 feet of a structure. So like I was down there and I had a grill, and like the Ocean City PD cop, he basically was like, you have to keep this away from any sort of structure, blah blah blah. I'm like, what? And he told me, he said, you cannot cook with a grill um closer to 20 feet of a structure, or you have to cook 20 feet away from all structures in that particular county. I'm like, man. Jerry said he made a smoked brisket for New Year's. Nice. Russ said, I'm just saying for president. Is your wife Haitian? No. Oh, she's not hating. No. So he says Haitian. No, she's not Haitian. I was like, wait, does that say Haitian? No, she's not Haitian. Russ said Dash is getting spanked. Yeah, you got a big old concrete slab out back waiting for a building. There's no way I can put a building on it. And if anything, I would be better suited to tear down my garages and build something on the slab where the garages are than to actually like take up or put anything on where that new concrete pad is. Let's see, future webcam billionaire, are you doing free catering for the new year, like free hot lunch? No, man, I tell you, I'm not a fan of giving food away for free. One, it costs me money. Two, you give stuff away for free, people are going to expect things for free. So, yeah. So Darnell said, yeah, in Maryland, you can do a food truck with a pit on a trailer detached, but it cannot be attached. Jerry said, all right. So Jerry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a few minutes behind in the comments, so that's why I'm seeing your comments twice. What up, Johnny? Happy New Year, sir. He says, hello, everyone. This is Mr. Topo Chico. Yeah, see, she doesn't know who people are until I like give her the association. So Johnny will forever be Mr. Topo Chico to us. Not that he put us on to Topo Chico, but he gave us.
I think we may have had one.
We had one.
Right before.
Yeah, like right before, and then he cemented it. He's like, oh, you know about Topo Chico? And we're like, no, we had one accidentally yesterday, and he like gave us like the foundation of Topo Chico. Like, oh, well, here he was the pusher man, and we couldn't get Topo Chico. Yo, it was so bad. We ordered Topo Chico from the hotel in Austin, Pflugerville, before we got back. So the Topo Chico showed up before we got back from Texas. Yo, it was crazy. Jeff says, sounds like Maryland has handcuffs on the small business entrepreneur. For sure. Yo, speaking of something else that Maryland has, so there has been or have been posts talking about electronic payments and having to report the electronic payments on your taxes. So guess what? I looked into it because a few of my Pew friends were talking about how if you have electronic, so basically PayPal, Zelle, CashApp, all of those electronic cash, like sending money, if you send more than $600 or receive more than $600, actually, if you receive more than $600 in the year, you will, or that money will be reported on a 1099K or 1099 something. Basically, so you'll have to report that on your taxes. And like we were picking our brains trying to figure out why or how that is the case. If anyone has ever used Zelle, CashApp, or PayPal, usually you don't get a tax document until you have more than $20,000 in sales and or I believe it's like 250 separate transactions. So I've been skirting under that. There have been times when I have hit that number and gotten a tax document, but I've been skirting under that for a while now. But this year, I think 2022, the folks in Maryland, Virginia, I think DC, quite possibly Pennsylvania, Ohio, if you receive more than $600, you will receive a tax document basically stating that you have to place that money or those monies received on your taxes. And I'm like, why? Like I couldn't find an answer as to why. And then in the state of Illinois, I believe it's $1,000 because the only information I could find was the rules as to why or what the rules were, but it didn't tell you why. But it's only those 4 or 5 states that have this restriction / limitation, which is crazy. So another one of those, Maryland got the handout. Mark Sidbar's here. I have to sell cooked food to maintain their liquor license. A lot of them are desperate for someone to cook something unique for them. Smoked meat is an advantage for them. Yeah, Jerry says I make smoked brisket. Oh, all right. So sorry, Jerry. I am woefully behind in the comments. Sean says I'm a little behind, but I promise there's always a way. The devil's in the details. It's what I do for a living. Yeah. Russ said American Legion, VFWs, Lions Elks, etc. have kitchens rated as commercial, probably the cheapest way. I was not in the military, sir, so I don't know. DJ said he trying to get bro drunk. Yeah, man. Oh, man. Eastern Market in DC sells upper choice briskets, $12.99 a pound. No way. Travanti said 23-footer offset smoker. Jeez, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I didn't think about that. Several different lodges around me. Plus, I'm military. Yeah, Darnell, you're another one. You got the math, man. Hit me up. I will gladly help out. Laura, how you doing? She says, hey, Dash and all. So sorry, BRB. She's on the phone. DJ said 9 degrees outside. Texas, you don't want to smoke. Rick, he says, hello, my barbecue brothers and sisters. So if you have not checked out Rick's channel, Rick actually posted a video the other day. He cooked a couple pork shoulders, and he's looking for a name for his smoker. I've been thinking about it. I'm trying to think of like something for you. Like I tell you, Rick, you said you had that smoker for a while and you've cooked on it for a while and it always like works out for you. I'm telling you, man, maybe you just call that smoker Old Faithful. Wycomico and Worcester. Yeah. So Darnell says, well, next best thing I know is a food inspector and get it under the table. Yep. Wycomico. Yep. There you go. You can play hell, get a commercial zoning in your backyard. I've looked into building a kitchen shed. You will play hell. Yeah, man. Mark says giving food away for free is a big mistake unless you're a huge food company. People have no intention of buying. They're just there for free food. KB, what's going on, man? He said, what's up, Dash? Howdy, y'all. Happy 2022. And hopefully you all get clean smoke this year. Yes, indeed. So I'm going to co-sign on what Mark is saying. I have a friend. This friend he's a good friend of mine. He has purchased food for me I've been doing food like barbecue since 2014. Like I started doing barbecue in 2014 and started selling barbecue in 2015. He has purchased food for me exactly twice. Out of all of my friends, out of all of my car friends, he has purchased food exactly twice. Anytime that I'm like, I'm going to be at this particular Dino Day, or I'm going to be at this particular shop, a lot of the places where I go and I sell food or I give food away because the shop owner has purchased food or paid me to cook. There have been like automotive shop Dino Days, automotive shop customer appreciation type things. He's there. Anytime I've taken food to another friend of mine's house, like we have a Friendsgiving type thing, anytime I've ever taken food, he's there. But he's purchased food for me exactly twice. Because he's there. Anytime I'm giving out food for free. Mark, I agree. And that's why I say I'm not into it for that. Darnell's talking to Rick. He says, "Sup, Rick?" Bumpy says, "Okay, bro, gotta go. 2:45 comes fast. But love this conversation. Gets the creative juices flowing. Love to hear the support from your wife. Support system is our support system. This is our year. Yes, indeed. What up, Steven? He says, "Hey, yo!" That's good evening. Good evening, all. Um, uh, Darnell says, yeah, someone started that e-payment rule. He believes those platforms are for illegal activity. I mean, not for nothing. I know I get money. But the thing is, if you're smart enough, you spread it out. So, look, I'm hitting $600 just in November alone for Thanksgiving, for real. Yeah. Grumpus on fire. You seen my rotisserie chicken wing video? Your sticker makes an appearance. Yes. Kingdom Barbecue Catering Services. Yes, also in Texas. They started reporting my income in November through those apps. Also, card processing systems. Yes. So, I don't know what or why I'm future webcam since I'm making chicken biryani for friends at work, but not for free. Look, man, don't do it for free, man, because the whole thing is, people are going to expect it. When you start giving food away for free, people grow to expect it, and they're like, "Oh, you're charging me? Like, why would you charge me? You didn't charge me last time." So, nope. Set the expectation that they're going to have to pay for it from jump. Russ says you don't need to be in the military to rent a kitchen. Taste wouldn't hurt during the Sunday game. Yeah. You're right. YouTube is harder than it looks, but I made a video about a new 1099K rule. I haven't went public yet, but it's Sean J CPA. Dude, Sean, I mean, I might have to. Sean, where are you, sir? Where are you, sir? So I was right when I said it was a 1099 K. I thought it was a 1099K. All right, Sean. I'm in there like swimwear. I love subbing to new channels and young channels. You ever thought about telling customers to buy the food based on your specifications and then you charge a fee to cook it? No, Mark. Reason being, I want to be in control of the food. Because what happens is, if I give the customer the ability to purchase food, they're going to skimp out. They're going to cheap out. If I mean, my own personal experience, if I can buy something, if I'm telling someone what you're going to need to buy is $6, and they find something, they're like, "Oh, well, he wanted me to buy this $6 thing, but I can buy this $4 thing and give it to him. It's the same, right?" No, it's not. No, it's not. I can purchase this thing at full price, or I can buy one that's on sale for 20% off because the cryovac is broken. That's the same, right? No, it's not. The just like somebody said, the devil is in the details. The devil in this instance is making sure that you purchase a quality product to be able to serve a quality product. When it's just ground meat or pulled pork, those things don't necessarily, I won't say translate, but they might not hold the same weight. Ground meat kind of is ground meat. But when it comes to, like, if I'm cooking a leg of lamb or baby back ribs or brisket or even some chicken, something that's like still low but high, you want to make sure that you have the best product possible so that when something happens, they can't say, "Oh, well, you cooked it. Well, you provided it to me this way." And the whole thing is, in the end, if you turn out a bad product, that bad product is not going to be deemed a bad product because the person who purchased it purchased a bad product. They're going to be like, "Dash from Steel Drum Smokers gave me food that was raw," or it's not raw, that was rotten. All right. So, Mark, I always, as a rule, I always purchase any and everything that I'm going to be serving to anyone. I want to be in control, and I want to have that QC, that quality control over the food. Definitely. And that is one of those things that I have a hard and fast rule. I do not bend on that rule. And else says, damn, that sounds like my brother. He's a damn moocher. Oh, for free food. Yeah, man. Sean says he's in Texas. All right, well, I don't know, Sean. I know we've talked and you've been around for quite a while, but like I am to the point where I am contemplating getting a CPA to do my taxes for me. I've been doing my taxes. Well, I can count since I have been 16. I have not done my taxes twice, or 16, 18. I guess 18. I've not done my taxes twice. Grumpus, thank you. Well, actually, Rick says he's talking to Grumpus. So Jeff says, yes, I made that mistake once of giving my food away at closing time, and now the same folks show up at closing. Yep, nope. Stephen the Jackalus says, well said. Well, thank you so very much. Mark says, fair explanation, dude. Man, I'm telling you, it's not. I won't say everyone. Not everyone will do that, because you have some people that just say, listen, like, so for instance, Darnell has not a hookup, but he has the ability to go onto a Air Force base and purchase food at a discount. He's buying that food at cheaper prices than what I would charge, or excuse me, than what I can get it for. The problem is the money that I would have to charge, to break even and make the amount of money that I would need is not always justified by the cost. So what ends up happening is it's easier for me to say, listen, I bought a food, I charge you what I charge, and then, that is what it is. And if you can't accept that, if you aren't willing to work with me with that, then I just have to walk away. And there's some people that will understand that, and there's some people who will not. And, the people who don't understand that, I'm telling you, you don't want them as customers, because they will be the bane of your existence. They will be like, I'm giving you this food for 50 cents less than a pound for what you're charging me for, or what you can get it for. So therefore, I'm going to now discount your fee for the service. So not only are they discounting the food or buying discount food, they want to discount you, your worth. No, sir. No, sir. Do not allow people to discount your worth. Grumpus says people will provide select and expect a prime product. Yep. Dude, not only that, Grumpus, I'm telling you, they are going to buy the cheapest, like, day-old meat, or, like, just about to get thrown out discount meat. There you go. They're going to buy the discount meat and then give it to you like, you need to work a miracle on this, and then want to pay you less than what you would charge them normally. No, sir. Like, there are some rules that I have hard and fast, and one of those hard and fast rules is I buy the meat. I am in control of that meat 24/7. I had a girl who wanted chicken wings. She wanted chicken wings, and she said, my father could go get some wings from. Nope, I'm not going to cook them. I will not cook them. I have to buy the wings. I have to buy them. And it's not for nothing, but, like, I have to cook them. There you go. Bernie says, know what you're worth and always get what you're worth. There you go. That's the hardest lesson to learn. Bernie, I'm going to read that again. Bernie says, know what you're worth and always get what you're worth. Okay? Because the whole thing is, people don't understand what it takes to do barbecue. They don't understand. They don't get it. And they're like, everybody's always looking for the cheapest deal. Everybody's looking for the bargain. But the bargain is not in barbecue. Yo, barbecue is expensive. Mark says, Dash, I understand. If they can't pay you a reasonable amount, they have no respect for you and or what you are about. There you go. Darnell says, Dash, how much do you charge per pound for pulled pork? Why are you capitalizing everything? Currently, I think I'm at $15 or $16 a pound for pulled pork. I kind of have to see what I buy pulled pork for. I recently raised my price. Like for years, I was at $12 a pound for pulled pork, and the cost of everything else drove me to raise my price on pulled pork. But the pulled pork price still isn't like the the me raising the price on pulled pork is to offset the cost of, I won't say the loss, but the money I'm not making on brisket. Oh, excuse me. Thanks, Steven. Pretty sure McDonald's won't cook up a hamburger if I supply it. There you go, Grumpus. Look, Grumpus. Boom. Let me turn around at Grumpus' sticker here. Oh, Grumpus, so the sticker is different. The Grumpus is all, boom, it's smaller this year. Or, Russ said, okay, Dash, did I mention that those old men's club held a different tax card at Restaurant Depot? Yeah. So technically, I have one of those, like a tax exempt. But to be completely honest, majority of the things that I'm buying at Restaurant Depot are tax exempt because they are unprepared foods, raw. If I'm buying like pots and pans or equipment and things like that, I'll pay tax on that. But yeah. Jimmy said a craftsman is worthy of his hire. Here you go. KB said mechanics don't usually like to use customer supplied parts for the same reason. They will buy cheap parts and bitch at the mechanics when the part breaks. Yeah, KB. So, funny story about this, right? So, my Vanna, all right, you guys seen Vanna, I have a E350, so in that Econoline 350, 6-liter diesel, 2006, '06, Econoline diesel, 6-liter. Before that 2,200 mile trip that I took towing, like I went to Philly, got some stuff, brought it back here, went back to Philly, got my mother-in-law's car. Actually met Jimmy on that trip, Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff. Towed my mother-in-law's car down to Florida because she was moving to Florida. Well, before that trip, I said, you know what? I need to get some things sorted out on the van before I take this trip, like down to Florida and back. So I told him, I said, listen, at the place where I went to get the repair work done, I said, I know you don't accept customer supply parts. I know you don't. I said, but here's the thing. I have a family emergency, and I was dead serious with this. It was around the time my sister-in-law passed away, and I was trying to help my mother-in-law move her things down to Florida. And I'm like, listen, I had a death in the family. I have to take this trip down to Florida, and it's just last minute. And I know if you order the part, it's going to take some time. I just so happen to have the part. I said I ordered the part years ago because I planned to do this fix on the van. But I just never did it. Like, I never did it. And I said, listen, I know that you won't warranty the part. I know that you probably won't even warranty the work on the part. But I need to get this part installed on my van, on my vehicle, so that I can make this trip. And they made me sign, like, we're not liable for this, we're not liable for that. If this thing breaks, we won't touch this, we won't do that. Because some people will buy the cheapest part possible, and it'll be like a junkyard part from a vehicle that was underwater, like in a tornado and an earthquake, buried, and then they want you to warranty that part or that work on that part. And I'm like, I understand you're not going to warranty. I know. I already know. Like, you don't have to read me to write that. I get it. But I need this part installed on this vehicle today, and I need to leave tonight. And they're like, okay, we will do it, but you need to sign this and this and this and this. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I mean, by the time it's all said and done, I got that part installed and a whole bunch of other parts installed. And I mean, it was just like, I ended up spending $3,500 on the van to get some things done, like between some maintenance items and the repairs that I needed. And I'm like, by the time it was all said and done, that one couple $100 part that I could have gotten through them, I mean, really, they wanted $400 or $450 for the part. I got the part for $250 years ago. Yeah, Jeff says, amen, Bernie. Yeah, man, shoot. Man. Mark says, everything went up. Yep. Darnell says, yes, I get discounts, but nobody knows how much I pay. I pay up for the things most I pay up for things most times. Yeah, Restaurant Depot doesn't charge taxes. Darnell, they do. Restaurant Depot charges taxes if you are buying equipment. So if you're buying raw food, they're not going to charge tax. You can't charge tax on unprepared food. Lionel says, come on, man, I'm black. You black. You know, you can hook a brother up. Man, dog. Lionel, let me just tell you something. That friend of mine that I told you has only purchased things for me twice is not black. It's not a a brother to brother thing. It's not. It's a I'm a cheapskate, yo, and this dude is a cheapskate. Like a cheapskate. Hey Travis, you still here? Cause you know who I'm talking about. I can tell you his name and you'd be like, oh, him. Um, Sean says they're looking for employees, not businesses. Oh, with the 1099K thing. Seriously? Because people are getting around paying taxes. Holy cow. Bernie says I quoted an event for a lady and she said that her cousin could do it for cheaper amount. I said, sounds like you're all set then. She ended up using me and loved everything. Yeah, man, dude, that's one of those things. You gotta, like, if you cannot let someone call you bluff. Like, you can't. You have to be stoic with your yes and no, or I'm not doing that. Like, if someone says, oh, X, Y, and Z person can do it cheaper, have at it. Have at it. Let them do it cheaper. And you know what sometimes you say you get what you pay for. Sometimes it's just one of those things where you can tell people point blank, you're going to get what you pay for or what you don't pay for. And then when we have this discussion or we have this conversation again, I'm going to charge you more because, at this point, now you're rushing me or I have to like cancel somebody else or I have to do other things, jump through additional hoops. So the price has gone up. Russ said, I think last year I bought a bunch of stuff with my Christmas bonus. Big foil, saran wrap, etc. I'm out of foil and no one on the bonus this year. Man, Russ, I know that feeling. It's one of those things where I like November. November is the time, like, for me, when I do a lot of stocking up as well, because I'm like, oh, I have folks, like, my Costco membership. I purchased my Costco membership in November a few years ago, and I re-upped my Costco membership in November because that's when I have I won't say most, but I'm flush. People ordering turkeys and Thanksgiving meals and Thanksgiving food, man. I pay for a lot of different things in November. I'm like, Grandpa says someone else is cheaper. I have no argument. They know what they're worth. Yep. Bernie says, maybe you can get a membership to Jelly the Month Club instead. Yeah. Grilling and chilling with Mojo. What's going on, man? How you doing? Laura's back. Oh, yeah. Look, Russ put out the blue hearts for Laura. Cypress blue. Laura, are you all set up in your new location? Your new locale? Yeah. Stevie says, welcome back, Laura. Laura is, she is awesome. Jimmy too is awesome. But I mean, like, so what's in the cup? What's in the cup? So this is a bottle that contains some clear. And if you've been around long enough, you know what clear I'm referring to. I had some clear that came in some plastic containers, and I put them into glass containers. And this has been the first time I've drunk on it in a while. But I have some clear, and I have some energy drink in my Grumpus. There we go. In my Grumpus koozie. Koozie. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so listen. If anybody sees folks Come on, where is it? Let's talk. Here we go. If anybody sees folks, thank you so very much, Steven. I appreciate you. I was just about to say, if anybody sees folks posting some wild links in the chat, Laura says some backwoods booze. Listen, don't judge me, Laura. Don't judge me, Laura. Okay. You know, I'm an honest person. Lana else says, hey, we haven't heard from Victor. Yeah, you know, Victor be on his own schedule sometimes. Even though we do this every single week at Wednesday, but it's 9 p.m. Eastern. It's like 6 p.m. Pacific, and sometimes he be sleeping or napping or doing whatever. Utilization. Let's see. Russ said, I, for one, like the reutilization of an awesome bottle. I don't know about that now. I mean, it's freaking 1800. 1800 is Cuervo? Yeah. It's not my thing. No, it's not. So 1800 is its own thing. I am not a fan of tequila at all. Captain, alright, so Darnell says, see, people figure since you're not a restaurant, they shouldn't have to pay you restaurant prices. But they eat out almost every day. Get the hell out of my driveway. Yeah, man. Mark says, if a customer complains about my price, I just tell them to buy from whomever is cheaper. Not willing to fight on price, I tell them I only know one way to make stuff, and the way I make it, like it or not. Yeah. So, Mark, I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is the people who balk at your prices are the people and the customers you do not want. They will be problematic in the long run. Ask me how I know. The ones that you haggle with and you're like, oh, well, let me go ahead and try to make this more affordable for you, and I can, you know what, I can pinch a penny here, or I can give you a little bit more there. I'm telling you, you don't want those people as customers, and it's a hard pill to swallow when you have to tell someone no, you can't do an event for them. But oh my gosh, man, the time and energy you will spend trying to make someone happy, to appease them, to hit a price point or to hit a dollar figure, when, you know, what do they say? Oh man, like one of those caviar dreams with, you know, like I'm telling you, it's just not. It's not good. It's not good, because, you know, they have a $2,500 ambition, but like a $500 budget. Like, no, that's not gonna work. Bernie says, let your reviews and customer feedback speak for itself. Totally agree. People ask me all the time, well, how did you get your word out there? How did you get the word out? I'm like, the food speaks for itself. I don't have to say anything. Like, I do an event. Someone at that event is like, oh my God, this is good. I'm going to book him for this next event. I'm going to remember him for an event I'm going to do. And that's how, you know, the food speaks for itself. Kevin Costner said, if you build it, they will come. Sure enough, man. If your food is good enough, man, people are going to be wanting to buy it from you. Grumpus says, you have to know when to walk away. Yep. You know when to fold them. Know when to fold. Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. And gotta know when to walk away and know when to run. That's a Johnny Cash song. You gotta count your blessings. Yeah, he's talking about poker or cards at that particular, you know, in that song. But it's true, man. You have to know when to walk away, and you gotta know when to run too, for sure. There we go. Bernie says, champagne expectations on a Boone's Farm budget. Boom, 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 boom. All right, cause dude. Lionel says, yo, the wife got me some awesome new Mossberg. Oh, OU Silver Series. Nice, dude. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I I treated myself. I treated myself to something for Christmas. Y'all see that? This is Canic. This is the signature series. The whiteout. Y'all go ahead and do the research. Do the looking up on what that is right there. Cause man, oh man. Oh, Kenny Rogers, Conrad says. All right, I thought it was Johnny Cash, but okay, Kenny Rogers. Jerry says, Dash, my bro, you're going to move up on the barbecue business, my bro. God bless you always. Well, thank you, Jerry. I appreciate you, man. Other than packing, busy with life. Hello, blind man cooking. Yes. So, that signature series is all white everything. Future webcam billionaire says a lot of average people can't afford my corporate catering prices. Yeah. Grumpus says one of my favorite quotes. He says it costs extra if you help. Russ said, damn, I stepped away for one moment. Yeah. Jimmy says every one of my Thanksgiving customers have said they were glad they got me to do the turkey for them. Said they would. I'll be back next year. Looks like I'm in it now. So Jimmy, so funny. Jimmy and I talk. Like we talk off of YouTube. And I'll tell you guys who are here, just like I told Jimmy when he told me something similar to what he just posted. Like, man, that's a crazy way to say thank you. Cause Jimmy sent me a message like, you know this is your fault, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you know this is your fault that I'm doing these things. And I said, that's a wild way to say thank you. So we talked about the Mossberg. I actually own a Mossberg. It's not a shoddy though. The Mossberg I own is like, it's a 22 and it's junk. Like it's straight junk. But yeah, junk. I took the not the sight but the red dot off of it and am using it on my AR actually now that I think about it. But like I said, I treated myself to the signature series. It's a whiteout signature series limited edition, and there's only 7,500 of them being made, and mine is sub 1,000. It's like 900. I think mine is 964. Yeah. I love that. Bent spring. What bent spring, Russ? What are you talking about, dog? Hey, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Oh my God, dude. Oh, let's not even talk about it, dude. I couldn't even load the magazine. So I purchased it through Palmetto State Armory while I was in South Carolina over the summer, right? Oh my God, you said yours is in camo? Ew. Like, I don't yuck someone else's yum, but ugh. Anyway, I was in South Carolina and like I was like, oh man, Palmetto, yeah, let me look up and see. I went out to their website to see where they were, and I was like, ooh, they have the Mossberg 22. It's like on sale right now. It was like $300. I was like, all right, cool. Send it. I ordered it. And of course, Palmetto, because I live in Maryland, another one of those yay Maryland things. If you purchase a firearm and it has a magazine with a capacity higher than 10, most places will not send you your magazines. Let me say that again. If you purchase a firearm and have it sent to an FFL, so a federally, a firearms federally licensed dealer or transfer agent in the state of Maryland, they will not send you your magazines if they have a capacity higher than 10. So I purchased this firearm, received the firearm, and had no magazines. So I can't even use that firearm. So then I have to do some things in order to get magazines for my firearm. Well, I get the magazines. I try to use the magazines, like put the magazines in. Oh, Jimmy, trust me. Not only do I have your address, like I said, I have other addresses. You know, enough said. But I get this firearm, can't use it because I don't have magazines. So I have to do some things to get some magazines, and you know that usually involves just traveling to another place and picking up magazines. I get the magazines, bring the magazines home. I try to use it. Yo, the one mag that I put in there, and I bought two. The one mag that I put in there is jammed. Yo, the whole mag is jammed. Like, I can't even use it. I'm like, all right, you know what? You are permanently going in the safe. And yeah. So Laura says in Ontario, we have to get our clips down to 5. So there's one in the chamber 4. And they're magazines. They're not clips. Magazines, Laura. Magazines. Just like wheels, they're wheels, not rims. Like, just don't say clip. The only clip now, if you have a Mosin Nagant, then you have a clip. All right? Or M1 Garand. I don't know. One of them has a clip. That's it. If you hear that ping when you're out, that's a clip. Other than that, you have a magazine. Russ said that release is fun. No, it's not, dude. I'm telling you, I have used, like, I put the magazine in once and was like, what the hell? Like, I couldn't even get it out. I'm like, nope. Sean says one of the few perks of living in Texas is you don't have to deal with that. Man, Sean, I already know. Trust me. Steven's back. Yep. Lionel, so both his ARs came from Palmetto. So my receiver came from Palmetto, and it was one of those things where I'm lucky I purchased it when I did. Russ says he young, Blue, don't listen to him. Jimmy, what you know about that, man? I don't know nothing about that, man. Nope. I don't know nothing about that, Jimmy. Speaking of which, so I had an investigator call me today. That type of investigator, okay? You know, because I need to be a good guy with a concealed, and this is only the second time I've had to go through it, but it seems like it might actually go through this time. So we will see if I actually get that card in the mail. I have the carry for Florida. Like, Florida, dude, like, my conceal came from Florida in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Maryland, oh my gosh, man, you have to jump through some hoops in order to get your concealed. It's like, I went through the training, what else do I need? But no. Yeah, what's up with the... Hey, thanks, Steven. I think you and I both did it at the same time. I have one that looks like a clip when my cigars get down. Yeah? What type of cigars you talking about? Laura, don't ever tell a man he's fast. Efficient, Laura. Efficient. All right. Hey, look, if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button for me, I greatly appreciate it. But, like, you know, so tonight was a very fruitful conversation. I'm telling you, you guys really do motivate me, and we kind of push and help each other. So yeah. Clips come from Laura, I already know what it is. You know, I'm from Philly. I know I know what that is for sure. For sure, man, man. Hey Jimmy, you know what's crazy? Like, jeez, oh man, yo, like, so once I get, and here's another thing. So the concealed carry, Maryland has zero reciprocity with any other state in the United States. So if I get Maryland is one of the toughest concealed carry states. Like, hey, taste test number 2. What are you watching? He can't hear me. He's got headphones on. So he's a remote in South Carolina. Yeah, man, Jimmy. But I wish. It's gonna be one of those things where, excuse me, I get Maryland, I'll be able to get Pennsylvania pretty easily. Possibly be able to get Virginia, and then I might get Utah, and Utah encompasses 20 some odd states. So yeah. Jerry says, Dash, my bro, we need to stay positive for each other for the barbecue family. For sure. Anel says, my South Carolina covers Florida. So my training from Maryland covered Florida as well. So I actually have my concealed for Florida. So the whole thing was when I did it, like, in April or February last year, I'm like, I don't need to put it in. And then my mother-in-law moves to Florida, and I'm like, when I was down there in September, or excuse me, in November, I was like, all right, well, October, November, we were down there basically right after Halloween. So I said, all right, well, I'm gonna go to the satellite office. I'm gonna go in there, put in my paperwork. And what's funny is I get to I'm at the booth, and the DMV, or the satellite office for the DMV, for the state office, has a whole separate counter specifically for the concealed carry, or wear and carry, or whatever they call it in Maryland, or excuse me, in Florida. And I get to the counter, and I'm talking to the guy, and it's like, yeah, blah blah blah, and he's like, I knew you looked familiar, and he's like, I just figured it out. I'm like, you figured what out? He's like, where I know you from, and I'm like, you know me from somewhere? He's like, I've seen your videos on YouTube. I'm like, nah, come on. He's like, yeah. He's like, your face looks familiar, but then I saw your shirt. Like, I'm always wearing something that says Steel Drum Smokers. He's like, I saw your shirt. He said, but, yeah. And then we started talking about briskets and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, Grumpus says, after 2 years of suck, we're ready to tear 2022 up. Yes. Mark says it's next to impossible to get a carry license in Canada. So one of the things, Mark, that I will tell you, you might have a better time getting a carry license in Canada, or period, if you spin it with your business angle. And that is how I was able to get a carry, or excuse me, how to apply for the carry permit in Maryland. The only problem is, for me to get the carry permit in Maryland with my business, it didn't work out. But I have a friend, the friend who I'm actually technically working for him. All right. I work for him, and I am recruiting folks to go to his training. And because I'm recruiting folks to go to his training, I'm an employee. And because I work for him, business things, I need to be able to carry. Yeah. So, I am actually recruiting for him. So, it's one of those things. My YouTube, what's up? I got my booster on the second. Nice. Comrade said a fun little 22 is a Rock Island Armory 22 TCM. Big bang. Fireball coming from a little 22. Every time my dad fires it at the range, he'll get questions or looks. So let's see. The Rock Island. So is it a 1911 style 22? I don't know. I've never heard of a person. Huh. Mark, man, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not hip on the Canadian carry laws, but sure. Grumpus said I got called out by a fan for the first time a few weeks ago. Was very cool, but nearly soiled myself, dude. Man, I'm telling you, the first time, and you know it's crazy. The first time, and I vividly remember the guy who called me out. He actually watches and comes into the live streams every now and again. This guy's name is Maceo. I went to a, and, you know, why or where I went is I'm gonna say irrelevant, but it was a book signing for this chick who does barbecue, and she's a diva of sorts. You know, I don't know, but anyway, I get there, and the whole thing was I wasn't. She was holding a class, and I was like, I'm not trying to go to the class. I just wanted to get the book and maybe get the book, you know, autographed signed. So I had a food delivery that day. I dropped off my food delivery, and then I drove up to Pennsylvania where barbers. Dude, Darnell actually was about to talk to my barber about it the last time I was in the chair. And because it was right before I went away on the cruise, and I was like, man, I'm not maybe ask him about it, but I don't know. Like he might have and not for nothing, he might have a felonious record and might not be able to carry, but I almost talked to him about it, so I might talk to him about it again next time I go, because the whole thing is I'm not need to start, but I need to talk to people to recruit them to send them to my guy who I'm working for. So you know, like it needs to come full circle. But anyway, I started telling you guys about. Let's see. Oh, the first guy. So I went to this class, and I wasn't trying to go to the class to like see the person who was talking. I wasn't trying to learn anything. I was just trying to get my book signed. So I had a delivery. I dropped off my delivery. I drove up to Pennsylvania, met this lady, and got her to sign my book. Blah blah blah. And this dude was like, "Man, I know you from somewhere." And I'm like, "Okay, sure, yeah." He's like, "Yo, I know you from somewhere." And I'm like, I've been told I have a familiar face." And he's like, "Nah, man, I seen you. I know you." And he like looks and looks and looks, and he was like, "Yo, hey yo, you Dash." And I was like, "Oh darn, you do know who I am." I was like, "All right." And now it's one of those things where it's like, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Remember the dude who was like, I have family in Baltimore? I was like, all right, well, is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? So he's like, yo, wait, I tell my cousin that I met Dash. Yo, I met, hey, yo, it's Dash. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Like, oh, like, I don't know what to do at this moment. Like, all right, you know, like, you know who I am. Now what? Like, what do I do? Like, that was the first time someone called me out in public. I'm like, yo, I know who you are. So, dude's name is Maceo, and it's one of those things, man. I won't forget it. Like, you just won't forget it. So Grumpus, if you got that person's name, I tell you to you know, hold that here, and you know, tell a funny story about it. Russ says what's funny is the size difference between 22 LR and the Everfield 556. Yeah, it's not much. Conrad said, yeah, it's 22 and a 9 mil combo. Interesting. I'm going to be in the gunpowder, right? And might be gone for a while, yeah? Thank you. Lars says 3 of us went after him. Grumpus said I was speechless. Dude, I'm telling you, Grumpus, that you always remember your first. I'm telling you, man. I was sitting there and I was like, man, I don't know if you. He's like, man, I know you, and I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, you know who I am. And when he was like, Dash, I was like, oh, you do know, like, yeah, shoot, you see me online. Okay. Yep. Russ was like, I was in the deer in headlights at 500 around. It has 3 times the velocity. My security. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between 22 and 556. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But you know what I've been contemplating has been 17 HMR. Just cause I have a friend that's been talking about 17 HMR. Man, you need a Ruger Precision 17 HMR. Like, wow, you do. When I looked into the ballistics on that I was like, wow. No. So no, that's taste tester number 1. He's doing the dishes. He can't hear me right now because he's got 2 headphones in. So we can talk about him. You want to talk about him?
I heard that.
See, he has selective hearing.
No, I genuinely heard that.
Oh man, you talk to him about something or tell him to do something, he can't hear you.
No.
Look, he's like, no, I hear you. I can hear you. Anytime anything is going on, he has both of his headphones in. And then I start talking about something and he'll ignore. But now, just as, like, see right now how you can't hear the dishes being busted? Because he's listening to what I have to say.
Because I'm done.
Because he's done, he says. The whole thing is, usually he has both headphones in and he mysteriously can't hear what I have to say. Laura says, does he do windows? No, he does not. Russ says it looks like a nasty BB. Yeah, it does, with a rocket on the end of it. Darnell said, yeah, there's some serious subs being busted. Yep. William actually home in time to catch y'all tonight. Well, that's what's up, man. Thank you for checking in. Goodness gracious. We are almost at the 2-hour mark. And goodness, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm going to sleep good tonight. Just a little bit of the energy drink left to hopefully stave off the Y word. Oh man. But yeah, I am. Like I said, the investigator I talked to, he pretty much said, he's like, after I talked to him, he's like, my recommendation is to approve. And I'm like, yeah. The yawn thingy. Oh, Laura, you had to say the whole word. Like, I give it a minute. So we'll see. Like, I'm like 2 states down. If I get Maryland, I'm like 2 states down. We got a couple more states to go. So we shall see. But I would be surprised. Mark, you still around? 2 more shots. No, sir. I already, trust me, I'm feeling it already. I hold it well. Russ says, you want to wake the zombie children and put some Uncle Steve's competition cow on a burger in a pan. Will they wake up? So what's so funny, Russ? I made burgers today with Uncle Steve's competition cow. And the only thing I will tell you is, and when I have used that in the past and I've talked about it, I add a little salt. Speaking of which, oh, y'all want to see something kind of cool? What? Yes. I was kind of bored, and I smoked some salt, and I put a sticker on the bottle. I mean, yeah. Nah, I'm telling you, dude. I made burgers on the tabletop griddle, the 18-inch Blackstone. Oh, blind man cooking. So I held up a bottle and I was talking about this. So this is smoked salt. I took some salt and I put it in a pan while I was cooking. I made brisket and some lamb. I think it was. Brisket, was it brisket and chicken, or I made some brisket, something else, right before Christmas, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put some salt in the smoker too, because I had a whole bunch of room in the smoker. But yeah, I smoked some salt, and I used it today and made some burgers. But let's see, Bernie says, any advice for creative barbecue desserts that could be packed easily to go? I have some things on the menu, but looking for ideas. Um, dump cake, dump cake. If you have not, so if you've seen Bernie, if you've seen my videos where my you see my daughter and she's talking about Mo Butter Baby, the Mo Butter Baby, the whole thing started from a video where I was talking about like a 3 ingredient easy dessert, and it was dump cake. It was peaches that I like, canned peaches that I had from my tree, some sugar, some cherries, and it might have been more than 3 ingredients, but it was peaches, cherries, sugar, cake mix, and butter. Like, it was simple. And the whole thing was I made it on the Traeger, and like you can scoop it out and put it into like individual cups, and it's so good. Dump cake is amazing. Blind Man Cooking says, I'm off for tonight. Have a good one, everyone. Have you made Juicy Lucy when making burgers before? Yes, Conrad, I have. I haven't made a Juicy Lucy in a while. Barbecue with Neil, what's going on? Terry, what's up? He says, hey, yo, Dash, what's going on? What type of wood did you smoke that salt with? So Bernie, I have and used, like, it was like a oak, like a white oak, and or a cherry or an apple. Like, I can't, you wouldn't be able to smell it and discern what, like, you can, here you go, take a whiff. You can smell that it's smoked, but you can't smell, like, you wouldn't be able to say, oh, that's this type of wood or that type of wood. And to be honest with you, I don't purchase my wood to say, oh, yeah. My YouTube, good night. Neil says hello from Canada. Russ says I use a splash of Magi. Oh, I guess the Magi, the Tony Chachere's magic. Is that what you're talking about? Terry says he's been lurking. Yep. No. Smoke your ribs video on smoked ice? No. This Terry. Binge watching shit. Maggie? What are you talking about, Russ? I thought I was the one that was intoxicated. What are y'all talking about? So, you know what's crazy? I did. So when I cooked that roast, I put a couple water pans in the smoker, and I left the water pans out on the smoker. So when I was cleaning the griddle, I was like, soy sauce on steroids. I don't like soy sauce. Like, it's too salty for me. So I'm not a big fan of soy sauce. But anyway, I put some water pans in the Traeger, some little like quart pans, whatever, and I fill them full of water to add some moisture to the trigger when I'm cooking on it. And when I was cleaning the griddle, I took the water from the pans, and you could smell the smoke in the water. Like, it was crazy because I like put them on the griddle to help clean the griddle. Yo, talk about a cheat code. Using ice on the griddle to clean it, game changer. All right, Jimmy says time to hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Darnell says Maggie beef base. I guess that's what he's talking about. Darnell, yeah. Bernie says if you like or use a lot of garlic, try smoking garlic. I'll smoke it really low and then store it in a mason jar in oil. Use when you need it. It's phenomenal. So I have smoked some garlic before. I just put it in I won't say I smoked it. I just put it in like a foil packet and put it out on the smoker while I was cooking something else. And it was great. Like that garlic was spreadable. Like I was able to spread the garlic on bread. Like it was so good. It was so good. So yeah, man, I've done that before. Yeah. Maggi is liquid MSG. Well, that explains it. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I gotta get up in the morning and like sit back in the same exact spot so I can work. But listen, I want to say thank you guys. Happy New Year again, everyone. If you have not already, hit me up on Instagram. Send me a DM. Excuse me. I told you guys earlier, first person that did that was going to get the Grumpus pack. Is going to get the koozie, the sticker, and a coaster. So hit me up on Instagram, and I'll get that sent out. Also, hey, listen, if you want some smoked salt, hit me up on Instagram. There's my Instagram. Steel Drum Smokers. All right, just hit me up, and I'll send it. Russ says good night. Steven says night. Later, all have a great week. Yes, sir. You too, Steven. Be easy. Tell Jacqueline and Buddy and the missus I said hello. All right, Mark says night, Dash. Thank you, sir. Mark, really appreciate you being here, hanging out. And Mark, man, we got to figure something out because, man, I tell you, I feel like sometimes you being up in Canada, me being in Maryland, we're like fighting the same battle. Hey, Jimmy says, night, guys. Have a great rest of the week. Yes, indeed. Newbie says it's soy-based. Thanks, Steven. Tell him I said Happy New Year, too, while you're at it. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead. Jerry says, good night, Dash. And good night, Dash, my bro. Yes, sir. D-Dub, good night, all. Yes, yes, yes. Grumpus says, great hangout tonight. Well, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Like I said, every now and again, I hit a home run out of the park, and we have a great conversation. All right, Jason. Perfect. I'm seeing messages. Yeah, starving pig. All right. Now says, yep, I'm out as well. Well, if I'm out, then you're out, because you can't be hanging out here. Remember, what was that dude's name? Oh, Kenny Powers. It's like, I'm in and you're effing out. I can't remember what the name of the show on HBO was. But he was a pitcher, Kenny Powers. And he was like, you're effing out. You're effing out. But yeah, man, I'm out. Russ says, hit the button on the way out. If you haven't already hit that thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. Please and thank you. Jerry says, I live in Escondido. All right. I'm glad I caught the live. Finally, this is good times. Darnell says he's first on Instagram. Well, Darnell, man, we might have to personally hand carry it to you. Though I don't get to PG County that much anymore, but we will see. So those of you guys who sent me messages, like I said, I'm I have some smoked salt here. It really, you would think that it adds and helps and does something. It doesn't do as much as I would have hoped. But anyway, still kind of novel because you do get the The smoke scent. All right. Russ is Mrs. Dash for president. I second that nomination. Like, for real. So, yeah. Nice, Jimmy. That's what I like to talk about. That's what I like to hear. I appreciate that, Jimmy. If you're still on the live stream, I doubt that you are. But anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it. So thank you so very much again, as always, for hanging out. Really appreciate you being here. And I'll see y'all next time. And I'm gone.